Summer holidays came, Mom came from her sister's, stayed there for a couple of days, and immediately when I visit a friend to chat about women, Dad had already gone on a business trip for a couple of months a week ago. And what do you think a young boy, a freshman student, will do if he stays at home alone all day? As soon as Mom left, I immediately locked the door, took off my clothes, prepared napkins and Dad liquid soap. Having started my usual and favorite business, I did not notice how more than 4 hours had passed, of course with interruptions, watching videos on websites to relax and recharge. So it's been more than 4 hours. Usually Mom stays with a friend much longer, but this time there probably wasn't enough gossip. Sitting in front of the monitor with headphones on, I did not notice how my mother entered the apartment. My God, what are you doing? Stop it quickly. With that, Mom ran into another room. To say that I was surprised is to say nothing. I was just sitting in a chair and did not fully realize everything that was happening. Slowly, the essence of the situation began to punish me. What to do? What should I do? I was thinking how to approach my mother now and explain everything. And what could I say? When I approached my mother, I apologized and said that this would not happen. Again, I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't know you were coming so early. Mom didn't say anything and, looking offended, silently went to the kitchen. There, in silence, we drank tea without saying a word. That evening, I decided to finish what I had started. After making sure that Mom was in the kitchen washing dishes after dinner, I turned on the video. I didn't close the door so that I could hear when my mother finished washing the dishes, but Mom had her own plan. It turns out that she turned on the water in the kitchen at full power and quietly tiptoed up to my room. I saw my mother's head sticking out of the doorway. Mom, nothing, son, nothing, just keep quiet. It's okay. She walked slowly into the room and watched adult movies on the monitor screen. I just wanted to say that I shouted at you for nothing today. I frantically switched through the tabs in the browser. At your age, this is normal, I understand. She continued, obviously very worried and choosing her words carefully. Mom, I'm sorry. Quiet. Why, I just want to know how often do you do this? Well, every day, Mom. Yes? Several times. How many are now? Several. Well, 3 to 4 times. Do you have a girl? No, Mom. All right. Anyway, I wanted to say that I understand you. The body is young and all that. Don't be shy with me. Do your job. If you like it and enjoy it. I don't want to bother you. But I will not go to my friend every day 3 to 4 times. Just do your thing and ignore me, okay? All right, come on, son. And Mom left the room, leaving me completely perplexed. What? How? I didn't understand anything. But one day at dinner, my mother asked me in such a casual tone, Sasha, did you do this today? No. Well, why is that? Mom, well, I am Sasha. We agreed. If you want to, don't be shy with me. Everything is fine. Yes, I remember. But it's like that. Yes, it's okay, son. Don't worry. Let's finish eating. God, what is she talking about? It seemed to me that I was about to wake up. The feeling of what was happening did not leave me. After eating, I put the plate in the sink and went in my room and just watched the video. Less than 5 minutes later, my mother comes into my room in a house. Goat, come on, turn on your movies. Mom, come on, don't do all this. No, son, we need to melt the ice so that you stop being shy. Come on, let's watch yesterday's movie. What was there? Okay, Mom. I entered the secret words in the browser search bar and started looking from the very beginning. Turn up the volume. I abated in silence. She was standing next to me and watching with great interest. It seemed to me that she probably had never watched such films in her life. Our eyes met and I quickly looked away and stared at the monitor. Come on, son, get down to business. Meanwhile, Mom brought another chair from the other room and sat down next to me. 3 minutes passed, and I tried not to think that I was watching movies with my mom. But Mom reminded me of herself again. Well, that's it, son. Do it now whenever you want. When I woke up in the morning, lying in bed the next day, I still couldn't believe the reality of the events that happened yesterday. The feelings were mixed. The thoughts in my head were rushing like a hurricane. Did this really happen yesterday? Have my mom and I watched movies, commented on videos? Were you looking for interesting moments rewinding it? It sounds like nonsense. Nonsense, but so desirable. I got out of bed, sat down, and thought about all these events. And I thought, why don't I fix what happened yesterday? I sat down at the computer. My mother had already gone to the store, and I could hear her walking in the kitchen, putting food in the refrigerator. Well, I thought, let's see if I dreamed all this. I opened my browser history and saw there the same video that broke the ice between me and Mom yesterday. So what? Let's go. I started this movie and started to slowly turn up the sound so that it could be heard slightly in the B kitchen. The bag stopped rustling and the dishes stopped ringing. A couple more minutes and she was already heading for my room. Seeing her in the doorway made my heart skip a beat. I was speechless again and felt ashamed, but Mom smiled at me so sweetly, came over and stroked my head. Well done, son. Let's do it all right. I was relieved. Yes, it seems that what happened yesterday did not affect Mom in any way. Rather, it even affected in the opposite direction. She stood behind me watching the movie and left my room, leaving the door open. But suddenly I heard silence. Mom didn't seem to go out anywhere, but she stopped fussing in the kitchen and everything became quiet. I left the room to check if she had gone anywhere. It turned out that Mom went into her bedroom and closed the door. Wow, it came out of my mouth, and I quietly left my observation post. Lunch. Mom called me from the kitchen. Yes, now. A couple of minutes. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. Son, everything will cool down now. Yes, now, Mom. Wait, it was really not a good time. Mom still decided to come over and drag me to lunch. We didn't talk much about anything at lunch. I asked if she had called my father and when he was going to arrive. My mother replied that it wasn't soon yet. I had to extend my business trip and announced in a sad tone that I was bored without him. Well, somehow I don't. I thought to myself. It seemed that there was still some tension between us, despite what had happened over the past 24 hours. The conversation started with smiles and without strained notes. However, the evening began to pass without all these conversations and actions. After dinner, my mom and I watched a couple episodes of Game of Thrones and went to our rooms. It was already 2300 hours. I uploaded a couple of my favorite videos stored in my rich library to disk and decided to watch them in the living room on our large plasma by launching another video, but with the same actress that my mother and I watched for the first time. A few minutes later, Mom came running from her bedroom like a cat having food poured into a bowl. Have you decided here? Mom said, sitting down next to me. Next time, call me. Okay, I want to watch it too. What, always call? Well, when I'm at home, call me. We'll watch together. I wanted to. Okay, I agreed with my mother. Do you like her? Mom broke the silence unexpectedly. Who was this actress? Yes, she was there yesterday too. Wasn't she? Yes, Mom, it's the same one. Imagine she's 47 years old. Come on. Seriously, 10 years younger than you. You can't tell from her. Yes, he keeps himself this in good shape. He probably does sports. I tried to make a joke. Haha, is that a hint or what? I didn't get it? Mom replied fervently. Think as you want. Suddenly, Mom abruptly got up from the couch and went to her bedroom. Where are you going? I shouted after her. I'll be right there. I have a present for you. I completely forgot. Mom answered, hiding behind the door. What kind of gift? This whole situation is already an incredible gift for me. Mom returned a moment later, holding her hands behind her back, and asked her to guess which hand. Well, come on, the right one. She's my favorite. I joked stupidly again, but Mom apparently liked it. I guessed right, Mom said, and with these words handed me an object and a black back. What's in there? I began to open the package. Mom, of course you're doing it. I think it will be more pleasant for you, don't you think? I don't know. I didn't use them. Do you like it, son? I looked into my mom's eyes and saw a satisfied grin on her face. That's not the word. I could only squeeze out of myself. Go ahead, yourself on. Of course, I was a little upset, but then I thought it would even be better this way. It was a great evening. That's it. Go to bed. I'll clean it up myself. Yeah, good night. Mom, good night.